Hey everyone! Can you hear? I'm back in a parking lot. Although I feel at home here. And the van is on because I'm charging my power pack. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. But why am I doing that? Yeah, it's been a busy day. I've been going since I woke up this morning. I had to go dump and get propane. There's Love's not too far from here, and you know what, that's the Love's, I don't know if I talked about this, but it's the exact Love's that, remember when I met those 3 people and I gave them fanny packs and they were going to a festival, and you guys all said, oh, don't talk to people. And we've still stayed in contact. He reached out to me, I don't know about, while I've been on this trip. Yeah, so it was so weird to be back. It's so weird to think that it's been a whole year since that happened. Time just goes by in a flash. But yeah, and then I had to work at my legal processing job, and then I went and had some coffee, and I don't know if you know, I work for another person doing voices, so I had to do that. Just got back to the van, and yeah, I leave for Rhode Island next week, the end of next week, to work an event. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I think after that, I think I'm gonna drive to St. Augustine, and I think that's where I'm gonna get scuba certified and do some adventures there. And that's where John's girlfriend is from. That's where she lives. I wanted to stop there last year, but I just never had time between getting my eye surgery and then I was meeting one of my friends in Virginia, so I had to keep moving. But yeah, so I'll finally get to see St. Augustine, and so many people said how beautiful it is. So yeah, can't wait to go there and do some adventures. And Cooking with Keith, I'm hoping that'll be back on next week. So we'll probably film again like Thursday, and then it'll be up Friday. And I tell you, John and Keith love to do the videos too. So, not done yet. Still looking forward to that. So, what you've all been waiting for, the update. Yep. I had to go to the sheriff. Yeah. So, let's see. The night before yesterday is when I left, Tuesday night. She had come up to me on her cart, and I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and she pulled up and I said, I'm on the phone. And she goes, you're on the phone? I go, yeah, I'm on the phone with my daughter. And she just started into me, and she said, if you're gonna trash me, do it to my face. Like, okay, here I am. And I don't know, she said that I had complained about the bathroom. I don't remember, because the drain was clogged, but it was, so okay. And she accused me that it was all my hair that had clogged the drain. So I guess it was my fault. I've been there a month, and took a shower maybe once every 3, maybe even sometimes 4 days. But yeah, it was my hair that clogged the drain. It wasn't that she hasn't maintained that property for 22 years. You know, that hot tub, she said, is 22 years old. So she's had that same hot tub since, I guess, she's had the property. So, but anyway, yeah, we were going back and forth, and I said, well, listen, you always have to break up everybody's fun anytime. I go, we're all just here to be peaceful. I work from 1:30 to 5:30. I'm sitting in my van working, and we go to the gym every morning. So we're not even here. We're not trying to be in your way. We're trying to avoid you. I said, but you can't let anybody have fun. I said, the minute you see somebody having fun, you have to come right out in that golf cart and break it up. And yeah, and then I just said, well, I'm leaving. And so I had sent her an email Tuesday night to say, okay, I'm leaving tomorrow and I'll be gone by 11, because she said she would give me a refund. So it's $650 for the month, but then she charges $50 a day, $50. And so I was there 6 days, I guess. So she gave me $350 back, or was going to. But so I sent her an email saying I was leaving the next morning. And then the next morning I woke up and she had written me back. And she had just, like, the first part was just like, you know, the $650, you know, minus the 6 days. And then she said this: please note, trashing me and Hidden River. And here's the thing, I have never said, last year in the video, I said where I was to begin with when I was pulling in, but never have I mentioned the resort the whole time I've been here this time, because I didn't want anybody to find me or, you know where I was. So it wasn't me who said anything. Trashing me and Hidden River on the internet was not one of your best moves. Watch for the rebuttal. Your using and manipulation of people will certainly get you far. Now, I don't know who I'm using or manipulating, but there's nobody there. Me, Keith, and John know each other. We went there because we thought together we could deal with her and put up with it, you know, because we're never there anyway. And we're the only ones there. And then another guy came, and his friends are coming just for the weekend. And the only reason was because he was there last year and he knew we were there. So the only reason why she has people, anybody. So if Keith and John and this guy and his friends weren't there, that's all because of us. Nobody would be there. And so yeah, so her saying it was not one of my best moves, watch for the rebuttal. Well, okay, threaten number one. And here's the thing, like threatening 101, don't put it in writing. And I don't know if you people realize, I've been in the legal field for 40 years. I have lawyers who would love to represent me, or, you know, people that want to help me. My brother-in-law is a retired police officer. So, and no, just a side story. So I had done Steve Martin's makeup about 4 years ago, I think it was. And, cause he was traveling with, what's his name? Something Martin, or not, you know, Martin Short, that's who it was. And he was in Minneapolis, they were on tour, and then he had to shoot a video. So they had this whole production crew fly in from New York, and the studio recommended me to do the makeup for him and his band. His band was so nice. But anyway, and they were only paying me like $300, which is nothing to do makeup, especially for like 8 people in like an hour. Anyway, I was working at the law firm at the time, and these people wouldn't pay me. It's like 2 months, and they didn't pay me. They hadn't paid the studio either, because the studio people were good friends of mine, and I was pissed. It's like, oh, you can afford to fly all these people out for production, but you can't afford to pay your pittance, you know, to us. And it's funny, the more money people have, the less they think that they should pay you. I don't know if it was maybe, and it wasn't like Steve Martin's fault, it's the production company, so he had nothing to do with the payment or anything. And I told one of the lawyers, he's like, Tracy, please can I send a letter? Can I do this for you? So they would do a pro bono for me. And so I just wrote him and said, listen, you know, I work at a law firm and I have a lawyer who will, you know, start an action if you don't pay us. And guess what? They paid us. Imagine that. So anyway, so that was one thing, and I was like, yeah, whatever. So the next morning, got up early, saying my goodbyes, and she was driving around in her cardigan, and I want to backtrack a little bit. So when she talks about me trashing her on the internet, well, it was real time. It was my experience. There's people there. I mean, I have witnesses who were there with me. That Jeff who was visiting, Keith, John. So I was telling you my experiences as it was happening. And here's the thing. You can Google, like, Hidden River and look at the reviews and read for yourself. And that's the internet. And I told her, I said, well, I was doing video, so it's just like a video review, just like a Yelp review is. And I said, have you seen your reviews? And I just went, somebody put a review on, it was on the Chamber of Commerce, just yesterday, the 25th, from Camper Lady. We don't know who that is. Wasn't me. I'm sure she thinks it's me. Wasn't me. So we don't know who it is, but it said, this woman is crazy. She makes you pay in cash, no receipts. Shuts the gate at 7 p.m. Definitely not great if there is a fire. Always yelling at something. The hot tub, you are not allowed to turn on the jets. Very nasty woman. So that's the internet. That's somebody giving their point of view or their review on the internet. So that's all I'm doing. So it's funny how, like, she said me on the internet. Well, anybody, that's public information. Anybody can go look at the reviews and see. A lot of them are like that. Most of them are like that. So yeah, it's not me. So, you know, I don't know what rebuttal you're going to come up with. But so the next morning, she's on the golf cart, and I said, hey, I'm leaving. I'll meet you up front and I can get my money. And so I went up there, and she started talking about something. I said, listen, I said, you know, this place, I go, it's the height of winter. Every other RV campground is booked. Nobody can get in. I go, in this place? It's just us. If we weren't here, nobody would be here. I wonder why. I mean, I'm sure people read the reviews before they come, so they don't come. And people warn other people not to go there because of her. And I even told her, I go, this would be a beautiful place. But I said, you need to lighten up on people. We're here just to like relax and have fun. We're paying our money to be here. And she said, you know how long I've heard that? 22 years. Well then. I said, but you know, it's your business, so you can do whatever you want with it. And then she said, Tracy, you've messed with the wrong person and you're gonna find out. I was like, okay, that's threat 2. And so, you know, I don't know her from Adam. I don't know who she knows or what she can do to me. But you know, being in the legal field, you know, to get everything in writing. And so I first drove, I thought the Baker, because it's closer to the property, the Baker Sheriff's Office, I thought that was the one. So I went there and talked to somebody, and he's like, oh yeah, he goes, it's Charlton County, which was in Foken. So I had to drive like 45 minutes to the Sheriff's Department there. And I showed him the email, and he took a picture of that. And I told him how, then again, this morning or yesterday morning when I was leaving, that she had said I'd messed with the wrong person and I would find out. So I'm sure she's watching, or somebody she knows is watching, because that's how she found out about last time. So just know that, yeah, there's a report of being threatened, and they have a picture of the email about the rebuttal. Just watch for the rebuttal. I'm watching. And yeah, and then she had me sign a receipt, and yeah, one receipt out of ever, you know, even the people on the reviews said she never has you sign a receipt. You have to pay cash, that it's shady. People know. She isn't claiming it, in my opinion. But yeah, so if anything happens, there's already a report, so if anything happens, it goes directly back to them, because they already know. I mean, I don't know anybody in this town who's gonna do anything to me except for her. So you be on notice that yeah, there's a report with the sheriffs in Charlton County in Foken. He was a very nice man at the sheriff's office. And he said, yeah, he heard about you a couple times. So anyway, that's that. But listen, I'm not sad. I know some people are like, oh, don't be mad. Or I'm not mad. I said I feel free. Oh my gosh, I don't have to wait till, I don't feel like a prisoner. I don't feel like I have to wait till 9 o'clock to leave, and I can go to the gym after I'm done working and, you know, stay out and, you know, go places, you know, after 6 o'clock, so I don't have to be back before the gate closes. So no, I'm free from jail, and I was paying for that. And yeah, we thought we could deal with it if we all had each other, but obviously you can't deal with crazy. So just my opinion. So yeah, so no, I am really good. I am really good, and I am looking forward to, but you know, it's still stressful because, you know, I'm still new at the job I'm at. It's going really well, but I'm doing some reviews. I just finished one, and this product, oh my goodness, it's crazy. But because I didn't have the van for so long, I was behind on reviews again. This happened before. Remember, I forget what happened. Was it the van? Something like that. So I'll have a couple reviews coming up because I have to get those done. So that'll be coming up. And yeah, just trying to keep on keeping on. But at least it's nice here. The weather's really nice. And yeah, all is good. All is good. And here's the thing too, you know, I was thinking about people who bully you. It's really taught me how strong, you know, I don't put up with anybody bullying anybody else. I would literally stop and, you know, yell at someone. And I've done that before. If I felt somebody else is being wronged, and me standing up for myself, and that's what I've learned. I mean, look at, you know, my ex-friend, and then, you know, the only way she could hurt me, and it was over a boy that she just made up in her head, all this stuff, was to, you know, make a strike against my YouTube thing. And they didn't do anything anyway. They said it was a false claim and nothing ever happened. So so these people have really too much time on their hands, and, you know, like somebody said, hurt people, that these people are just angry, and then this is what they focus their time on instead of good, or, you know, taking accountability for themselves. And that's what I see in these people that I've been dealing with, that I've been just letting go of. I'm dropping dead weight all over. I feel light, man. That they can't take accountability. It's always got to be somebody else's fault. Like when she said it was my hair that clogged the drain. Yeah, okay. Then clean it out. I mean, it's your bathroom. And like, you know, my ex-friend, that I guess it had to be my fault that some guy didn't like her that I knew in high school. But yet she still wanted to talk to him. You know, some chicks are I don't know. And, you know, it's different. I've been bullied my whole life, and mostly by women, which is funny. Men, it's more of a sexual harassment kind of thing. Women, it's like, and I don't even, like, yeah, whatever, a jealousy kind of thing. Like, listen, you can have him. You think I want any of them? I mean, I would never fight a woman for a man in my entire life. I ain't fighting a man for his attention anymore. I mean, it's been years and years and years and years. Not something I'm interested in. If somebody doesn't love me unconditionally, like, you know, and I'm worried that if maybe he's cheating on me, or, you know, if I find out that somebody was with somebody, or, you know, two other people had feelings, it's not in my realm to even waste my time. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to be with somebody, it's going to be with somebody who's totally unattached, and we're only interested in each other. So there you go. I ain't fighting no woman over any man. You can have him, keep him, take him, good luck with him. So yeah, so there you go. But that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So I had to go to the sheriff's department, and I can't believe that she threatened me, and I can't believe that she did it in writing, because most people aren't that silly to do that. That they know that, you know, you shouldn't have anything in writing. Come on. That's 101. But I'm glad you did, because now I have proof. Oh, and then she made me, sign that receipt. She made me sign some receipt, and I didn't even read it because she had threatened me. And I just wanted to get out of there, and I knew she wouldn't give me the $350. So they know, I don't know what that receipt said, but I told them that I didn't read it because I just wanted to get out of there, and I knew you wouldn't give me the money without me signing it. So I just signed it. The only receipt ever that she's ever given anyone. I'm sure it says, who knows what it said, but they know that I didn't even read it because I just wanted to get off the property and get out of there and head to the sheriff's station. So, wow, always an adventure. I think for some reason my life, but you know, it keeps me on my toes, and it really doesn't. I don't know, I'm like this, like bobbing and weaving. Ooh, 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 try it again. Come on, do something. Come on. Oh, I was going to tell you the story too about, so there was a girl growing up. She was like the bully of the school, but she was like in our friend group. And it was funny, you'd want to stay on her good side because otherwise she'd bully you. Did you ever do that, where you're just nice to somebody because otherwise you know you're going to be the target? And one time she started following, I don't even know what the heck she was mad about, but she's following me and this girl Lynn. I mean, this is like 7th grade, and Lynn's like tiny, like up to here, and we're walking and she's behind us, and for some reason she's yelling, you know, stuff, you know the words that girls use, like you're a B word, you're a W word, you're like this. And really, I don't have a clue why she was picking on us. And we're walking, and Lynn was so scared. And remember, at first I was, and I'm walking, and she's behind us, like really just yelling things the whole time. And then finally, I just like had it. I'm just like, well, this is stupid, you know? So I finally just stopped and turned around and let her catch up to me. And I go, yeah. I go, well, you want to hit me? And I go, go ahead. What? How are we going to keep doing this? Then just hit me. And she stopped. She didn't know what to do, and she turned around. And so a lot of times, most of this is just people just wanting to intimidate you. And when I was there, I was just trying to keep the peace and stay out of the way, like we all were, you know, just so we could have a nice, pleasant time together. But, you know, that couldn't be done because she wouldn't let us. Didn't matter if we never did a thing, looked at her. She was on that go-kart, traveling around, looking for something to yell about. So, you know, sometimes you just need to stand up to them because they just want to try to scare you and intimidate you. And then the minute that you stand up to them, it's like air going out of a balloon. So, you know. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. That should be the end of her. See ya. And I'll continue with my adventures and my happy life. So people can be miserable. Let them be miserable. You know. But at least I have to say, you know, dealing with trolls on the internet, at least when there's a bully, you know, that's bullying you that you know or is in front of you, you can see them. It's different when it's on the internet because you don't know them and you think it would be like easier. But that's even the scarier part, is when you don't know who's doing it, you know, because they hide behind a computer. So I'd rather face them face to face. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let you go, but I just wanted to come back here and catch up with what happened, and that I'm not there anymore, and I will keep you updated to what's happening. And yeah, and then I go to Rhode Island at the end of next week. Is anybody from Rhode Island? Yeah, I'll be working all day, so it's not like it's a vacation or anything, but there is a day that we'll get to go, I think, walk around and travel. So hopefully the weather's good, but we'll see. Oh, you know what? I don't have any winter stuff. Might have to go to secondhand store. Oh, you know what? And I sent, because it was getting so hot here, I sent Jessie the heated jacket because she starts rowing now and it's so cold, and it's waterproof, and she's the coxswain, you know, on the rowing team. So I mailed that to her so she could have it because I didn't need it because it was like 80 degrees here. So yeah, so I'll have to buy a jacket. Secondhand one. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna let you go, but you will see me coming up. Hopefully the review will be up by Saturday. I was trying to get it up tomorrow, but I'm waiting for them to write me something back. So, you know what to do. Go out and make an adventure. Maybe not as big as mine. No matter how big or how small, you don't have to sell everything and move into a van. You could run into really crazy people too. Even people you know when you're traveling cross country. Go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them. And I can't wait to get back to Joy. I'll be there soon. I'll be back in March, so Joy will be back on with us. And yeah, don't you dare forget your magic, and don't let anybody threaten you or push you around. Okay? Okay. I will see you in the next one. Bye.